last minute impromptu video because my Colourpop package showed up. When did I order? Can't remember. There was a sale, I believe. Not a free shipping deal because I always purchase more. But anyways, it was the launch of the It's a Mood palette. Now I remember. I am going to open up this package and see what I got because it takes forever to get here. So, order date, 1st of September. Date of today, 29th of September. It took a month, but they shipped it on the 9th, and then since then it's been in the limbo of customs and DHL shipping. It's fine. There is a new way of paying customs now in the Netherlands, and I think Europe has changed a lot of things since the 1st of July, and there is no more the situation in which if you pay less than, if your value of the item is less than 22 euros, you do not pay customs. Now you pay customs on every single package coming from outside of the European Union, and the service fee went down from 13 euros to 4 euros. So you pay for every order 4 euros plus 21% VAT on the value of the items. I must say, I was a bit upset, but I'm much happier because now I just order, and the administrative fee, which was 13 euros, was a lot and always bothered me, is only 4. So now I'm okay in paying the VAT and a small administrative fee. I think I'm better, I'm happier. And anyways, Colourpop, 1 order a year, because, maybe 2, because it takes forever and I forget. Anyways, cute card, thanks a latte. They always have cute cards. And let's see what I bought, because it's been a while, it's been a month and I can't remember. Oh yeah, I got their new brow products. I got the Feather Effect Styling Wax in the color Clear. I got the Feather Effect Brow Pen in the color Medium Brown, and the Brow Gel in Dark Brown. What was I thinking? No idea. I also got one of the new Lux glosses in the shade Peace Lily. Love this packaging. I think it's from the beautiful tropical collection that was from a little bit ago that I duped recently on my channel. I'll link the video, but this packaging is stunning. I kind of want to keep it just because it's gorgeous. Then I got a Tinkerbell Glossy Lip Stain, and that's one of the newer formulas also of lip products. And the packaging here is also beautiful. There's Tinkerbell. The little golden stars are like glitter appliques, and there's a foil, a golden hollow foil actually. And I got the shade Clap If You Believe. And a cheap product, always wrapped quite nicely. This is the Super Shock Chicken Darling, also from the Tinkerbell collection. This looks quite dark. And then finally, the reason for this order, the It's a Mood palette. I'm so excited. The packaging, now that it's straight, it's with a relief, a pattern relief. I don't know, it looks like splatters, tiny animals. I have no idea. On the back, we have the It's a Mood pressed powder palette, and there are some shades that are not intended for use in the immediate eye area. And now we're gonna see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 shades, and I'm gonna see, I don't remember if it's because they are glitters or if it's because they are pressed pigments. Either of them is fine. This is the packaging, and the actual palette has the same relief on the, I don't know if you can hear it, on the front and on the back as the cardboard, and all the shade names in the back as well. Total net weight of 33 grams, and yeah, some shades are not intended for the eye area. I think it's quite a sleek little packaging right here. But I mean, the rest is interesting, but how about this guy? Ooh, I'm so excited. I mean, we know which shades I am interested in, of course, like this row and this row. But I kind of love it. And clearly, the shades not intended for the eye area are pressed glitters, these 3. And then also this shade right here that's called Fascination. Is it true? No, because I flip it around, then it would be this guy right here, Fascination. And then, no. So this is a, this is getting complicated. This is a pressed glitter, then that makes sense. And then this one is not suited for the eye area, and because it's a pigment probably. That took a while, but I am super duper curious to try this palette. The color scheme is quite muted in a sense because of the nude shades. I'm just applying my eye primer, and there's this pop of purple, teal, and green that I really, really like. And now I actually, the more I look at it, the more I think I like it even more. We have some warm berries, these two. This is very, very neutral. And then we have cooler tone purples, these blue and teals, and these that are my neutrals, let's say, these just swampy greens. But there's a swampy green here with this dark brown and some goldy golds. I like it. I like it. Let's do some quick swatches. I want to swatch some of these shimmers because I want to see if their formula has improved at all. Oh, a pigeon just flew in front of the window. This is the gold, quite a simple traditional shimmer. This one as well, the light blue. This is a duochrome shade with a warm base and then a cool tone shift, and this is a coppery shade. Okay, so far not impressed. You know what the problem is? I am so used to these fancy sparkly shimmers that simple smooth metallic shimmers are kind of boring. I mean, they're very pretty, but they're one-dimensional. They're just very simple shimmers. A few more from the rest of the palette. Quite satiny, not so shiny. And this one down here that I just picked up is a matte with glitter. It's the bottom shade of the blue line, and it's a matte with very tiny micro glitter. I can see it on my hand, but I am pretty sure I will not be able to see it on my eyes. So this is another one of those that you're like, could have been a matte or a shimmer or something else. I love the tone of this bronze. It's greeny and beautiful. This is really interesting shade for me to use. And then I also wanted to see the glitters because why not? There's 3 glitters and they all have the star next to the pan, and that makes me feel quite stupid because I was reading the back of the palette, but each pan has a star if it is a not intended for the eye area. And these are the glitters, and I'll do them here. That's probably a bad idea. Gorgeous glitters. Look at that. This is quite chunky, but the other ones have a base plus a glitter on top, whereas this golden one is really just a glitter. The rest is finer and it has a colored base. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove this without getting it all over my house. And the final non-use of the eye area is this beautiful, this shade of burgundy berry. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. I actually want to use that shade because I am trying not to go the obvious greeny, bronzy way. I'm gonna use this shade right here. But I'm gonna start by using this matte right here in the, that's a bright orange, in the crease. And the mattes by Colourpop are good. I always like them. I never had problems with them. It's their shimmers that, I don't know, maybe it's because they have the Super Shock shadows as fancy textures and sparkles, that they don't put effort into developing better shimmers. The shimmers in this palette so far, just from swatching, are not particularly impressive. And then I'm taking the shade Fascination right here, this beautiful berry that might stain my lids, but I don't have that much of issues with it. I'm just gonna apply it with the small fluffy brush in the outer V. It's definitely more berry than burgundy on the eye. And I think the swatch as well. I was just very excited for it to be more burgundy. But this is a beautiful shade and it works well. I am always impressed with Colourpop's mattes. It's really just the shimmers that disappoint me. And I haven't bought a Colourpop palette in a while. I have quite a few that I don't really use very often, like the Wild Child, the coconut one, and the Robbie T. Christie one that are more recent. I have used a ton the Child palette because of the quite unique color story I find, all the light greens, and gives me all the sage spring vibes, so I used it quite a lot in spring and summer. And the Good Sport palette that I just pulled out recently, because that's my pre-Halloween palette, I always go back to it. But this is beautiful, blends beautiful, really easy to apply, no issue whatsoever, very, very impressive. Now, do I dare put a glitter on my eyes on a random day in which I am not gonna go anywhere? I'm not sure. Let's first start with the copper shimmer. It's called Full Circle, and I'm gonna apply it with a dry brush. And I prime my eyes, but I don't have a glitter glue or a tacky base. And as you can see, this is quite boring, I find. Let me try with my finger. I was gonna do my nail now, but the package arrived, and instead of doing my nails, the snap time of Andrea, I will record this video because I can't do either of them with her awake, but I can do my nails tonight in the dark. We can have a laugh again about my choice of Skittle Mani shades. Okay, this is what it is with the shimmer in the palette. I think it's extremely boring. I must say, it is extremely boring. I'm gonna apply a little bit of Glam Glue to my eyes. And then on top of this, put the glitter. Hopefully I won't get glitter all over my daughter, but that could also be a consequence of this makeup playtime. There we go. Now we have something. Now we're somewhere. Now I love this. To deepen the outer lash line a little bit, I'm taking Plumeria by Makeup Geek, one of my favorite plum liners, and just running it on the outer edge and smudging it a little bit. Not much. And then I'm taking Fascination again on my smudger brush and running it underneath my lash line. Is it a complex, difficult eye look? No, but it's a very, very fall to me, and it gives me a little bit of an idea of the palette. The swatches do more than the amount of shadows, of course, I tried now, but so it is. I have quite a bit of fallout underneath my eyes, less on this side, more on this side. I'm gonna try to remove it in a safe, decent way. I'm taking the coppery shade again on a smaller brush and running it here on the inner part of my lower lash line. I mean, for under here, they're fine, the shimmers. And then I'm taking this really light peachy shade called Reunion and applying it as my inner corner highlight. I mean, it's just a bit boring. The shimmers are just not that impressive. And I must say, this is exactly the reason why I am enjoying my high-end palette. So what I would probably do is take all of these mattes and use them with shimmers from either Glam Shop or Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, the fancy shimmers, the nice shimmers. I'm okay with the eyes. I'm gonna move on to the brows because we have many items to try. So let's open up the Feather Effect Styling Wax. Now I thought this would be a replacement for the Brow Freeze by Anastasia and the soap brows, which need water activation, or I use Fix Plus for it. And this is how it looks like. There is a colorful version, but it was out of stock when I was ordering, so I decided to get the clear one. And it has a beautiful, great big mirror in here. I like that. And it just says cruelty-free clear feather effect styling wax. Let me find out how I'm supposed to use this before I do my own way. Okay, pointless, not pointless, different than what I thought. Activate the formula with a drop of satin mist or water. So we're back to using Fix Plus. Use the brow brush to activate the brow styling wax in circular motions to create a gel-like texture. Brush to the brows in an upward and outward motion. Allow the product to set. Then use the taper handle in an upward and outward motion to create a feathered effect. Touch up sparse areas with a brow powder or pencil before applying the styling wax. Okay, so color first, styling wax after, but it does need to be activated with a liquid. So let's go to the other two brow products that I got. The pen, which you know that I love my Lime Crime Bushy Brows pen, and Colourpop makes one half the price. And ooh, the tip is super tiny. Let me show you the difference. Right here is the difference. The tips are really different. Colourpop is very small, and you can see the damage that I made on my brush tip from Lime Crime. I love my Lime Crime one. It still works amazingly after more than a year. But I have laminated my brows recently, so that kind of helps them stay up by themselves. But I do need to fill in sparse areas and give them a little bit of hold. So I'm gonna do that with the pen. Ooh, very precise, very nice. The color is a warm brown. This is the shade medium brown. I like it. It suits me quite well. It's warmer than my own brow hair, but I mean, I would never go so cool toned with my brow products because my hair is colored in a warmer shade. So this is, so far, look at the difference. Love it. So far, it works amazing. I'm really happy with it. I have a feeling it might last less long than the Lime Crime, but the application was easy. It looks good. I'm really happy with it. I'm also curious about the color of the brow gel because I got the deep brown shade. Don't ask me why, I don't remember. But I used to have the previous version of this, and I did like this brow gel before. And the dark brown is a dark brown. However, instead of the gel, I want to try the styling wax because it's a new thing. I have the styling wax. I'm gonna try to get some Fix Plus on there. Yeah, like a drop, literally. And then I have these little spoolies that I got from Beauty Bay last time. So I'm gonna activate in circular motions, as they said, and indeed the product is starting to transfer to the spoolie, and then I apply it to my brows as I would the brow soap. And to be honest, I thought, and it's my mistake because I didn't read, that I could use this without adding any water, because then it's much more convenient than taking soap with a liquid with you, or having to take multiple things out in the morning when you're getting ready. But so first of all, this set the brows to my skin really, really strongly. And it's already dry. Wow, this did actually quite a good job. It is quite stark and a little bit confronting. But they say allow the product to set, then use the tapered handle, I guess, of the brush that they suggest to use it with. And they say to do an upward and outward motion to create a feathered effect. So I am actually really happy with how the brows look right now. And I'm really missing mascara in my eyes because I look like a bit beady. So let me do that while the product sets. 2 coats of mascara later, the brow product has set, I think. It feels hard and very flat to my skin. As I said, I just laminated my brows last weekend, so 3 or 4 days ago. So they do stick up quite close to my face, to my skin. So there's not a lot of texture for them to do by themselves. But these don't move. Like, these don't move. I am impressed. It might look a little bit fake if it is really, really close. It's really stuck to my face. And that's the only thing that makes it look a little bit fake in my opinion. But part of it might just be because of my own lamination, that my brows now really need to get back into a 3D level. That always happens within the first week or so after laminating. I'm gonna quickly do my bronzer using the Patrick Ta number 2 medium. Quick update maybe for those of you who've been following my questioning of this shade. I think in the end I can learn to love it and live with it. It's not as easy to use, as intuitive to use as, for example, the Chanel or the Milk bronzer. This is a little bit darker, so I need to be a little bit more careful on my blending and application. But overall, I'm liking it. I do contour with the cream, and then I take a little bit of the warmer powder bronzer and just go over the same areas in a less specific or targeted way. And I actually think it looks okay. So I don't hate it. I thought I did. I don't. Let's move on to the next product, and that's the Super Cheek blush. Super Shock Cheek blush. Beautiful, beautiful detail on the packaging for this Tinkerbell collection. I didn't necessarily buy it because of Tinkerbell. I bought it because I love Super Shock Cheek. I have my favorites, Bardot and Drop of a Hat, here, that are amazing. Those are the shimmery ones. This one is called Darling. Also is shimmery, and it is a very warm Alice shade. It's a very warm, oh my god, fits very well with this eye look. See, I didn't even think about it, and it all comes down well. If I had gone all like teal, this would have also fit actually. But I'm gonna tap my brush and build it on slowly because I don't wanna, as usual, go overboard with my blush. Or rather, I want to go overboard, but be aware of it. I will go overboard as always. Beautiful shade. The Super Shock Cheek formula usually treats me well. I wonder why they don't do bronzers, I must say. Like, how hard can it be to make just a bronzer color? What is this white hair from the brush? How hard can it be to make a bronzer color in this formula? I think they had it at the beginning when they started with just Super Shock Shadows and then they moved into Super Shock Cheeks. I think they had bronzers. Does anybody of you remember? I don't. Beautiful. quite blendable and also like buildable. You don't get a ton of pigment at the first moment, so then you can actually really modulate the blush as you like it. As you know, I love to throw all the blush in my face that I can. So, and finally the lips. So I have this lip stain also from the Tinkerbell collection. I'm gonna start swatching it on the other hand because I really should learn. And the packaging is in this square packaging. I don't have any of their latest lip products. I'm still mourning this ultra satin lips, you guys. They put out a new formula that should be similar to that, but it was right after this launch, so I didn't buy it, and I might in my next order, who knows when. So this is the shade Clap If You Believe, and this is one of the stains. Quite curious about the formula. Oh. It looks like a warm nude in the tube. And it is quite liquidy and jelly in the application. Let's see how it will stain by taking a tissue. Do you think it's stained by now? And removing it. Oh no, too soon. Okay, let me put it on and leave it to stain a little. Because I'm curious, I don't know if you can see, the applicator looks pink, so I am afraid it's gonna stain pink, which is a pet peeve of mine with lip stains, that they always stain pink, and I'm like, I don't apply a warm like lip color to then have my lips stained in pink. How does that make any sense? The other is It Looks Gloss, and that's the shade Peace Lily from this tropical collection. I kind of want to keep the packaging, it's so beautiful. And this one is in a round applicator, a round tube with the little gold foil detail on the cap. And it is a glittery, looks like, gloss. Whoop. Ooh, ginormous applicator. Quite thick formula, but a nice transparent with like a peachy shade with some glitter. I think I want to try on this lip stain, even though I won't know what it stains like, because I think it's too early for it to try to, yeah, I don't know what it will stain like, but I will apply that one simply because, well, the gloss can go on top of anything else another time. It is very, very thin, as you expect from a lip stain, and you can see it quite gives a nice color. It tingles a little bit. And I actually quite like the color. It is a very nice warm nude, mid-tone nude on me. I like it very much. It tingles a little bit. It feels wet on the lips, like cooling water, and it has a creamy, shiny finish, not a matte finish. I like it. I can actually see some glitters inside the tube, but I cannot see glitters on my lips, to be honest. But I think that is what might be giving it this beautiful finish. I like it. It feels like nothing on the lips. I'm curious to see how it will stain. I might come back this evening if I have anything before dinner, if I remember, and if Andrea lets me. That's always two things that I have to calculate in my videos. But this is the finished look with first impressions of these new Colourpop products that I bought. They're both new in general, in the sense that they're being released not so long ago, and of course new to me. Love the cheek, but that was also kind of a known product that I knew I would love because the color is my color and it's really nice and warm fall cheek shade for me. The eyeshadow palette, the mattes I used were great, even the pressed pigment, and I really like this, this right here, this glitter that I used. It has this beautiful copper shift to it, or like multi-sparkly glittery shift to it, and it looks really nice. However, I would love if instead of just putting the glitters in these in this formula, they would make the shimmers be more interesting, because I mean you've seen these, but I also want to now pick up some other shimmers that I didn't swatch so far. I mean, impactful, not really. This one is the greeny one. Excuse me. I kind of thought it would be more green. This guy right here. But I thought it would be more green. But it's not really that green. And the teal or the blue shimmer, this one in the middle right here, is quite dark, has a dark base. And it swatched really badly the first time. But here it is, a better swatch. I'm gonna have to play a little bit more with it to really make an opinion, but I am also just excited for the color combinations and the color scheme of this one, and just the mattes look very nice. I love matte eyeshadow, and I might just use it for the mattes and use my Glam Shop or other sparkly shimmers for the shimmers. I think that might very well be an option. And I'm already getting it dirty by what? Some eyeshadow that I still have residue on my hands. That's a pity. I'm gonna have to go wash my hands now, but everything I've tried so far I like. Even the wax, even though it needs a little bit of water, it looks good, I must say. It looks good. Not particularly three-dimensional brow though. Like not the real you have a lot of hair type of brow. It's so stuck there, I can't move the hair at all. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'll leave more considerations in the description box at the end of the day, or how things wear, and we will see. For now, I love everything. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, trying out these products today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very spontaneous, and I like doing my makeup and sharing my thoughts on video with you guys. So instead of doing it on stories today, you get it on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.